In this Map Suite MVC Edition sample app walkthrough, we're going to show you how you can use the extensible object model of Map Suite to inherit from a base object and add your own custom properties and methods to that. In this sample here, we're setting up a basic sample that will have some extra attributes that will define a security level associated with each layer. So here we've got a map that has two layers actually, one with the country outlines or area, and the other with the United States area. And you can see if I have an administrative level here, I see both layers. If I go to average user level 1, I just see the country outlines. If I go to average user level 2, I just see the United States. And so we're doing this by creating our own shapefile object that has a new property on it for security level to control that. So let's take a look at how this is implemented. To get started, let's look at the view source. And in here, this is where we're loading the map up and adding it to the page. This is all pretty standard stuff, setting the current extent and the map unit. And down here, we're building up our overlay. And we're doing this with two shapefiles, one that contains the world boundaries or areas, and the other one that contains the United States areas. And you'll see one thing that looks a little bit different here. Instead of this just being a normal shapefile feature layer, this is actually what we call an administration shapefile feature layer. And this is a custom object that we've built by inheriting from shapefile feature layer. And on that constructor, you'll see that we've got a security level that we have set. In this case, it's average usage level 1, and this one's average level 2. So if you have these security rights, you would be able to see that layer a little bit later on. And then down here, we're adding those layers to our overlay and rendering the map out. Let's take a quick look at this class and what it looks like. So let me pull up Visual Studio here. And this can be just found in the models, and it's its own class file here called administration shapefile feature layer.cs. And in here, we've just inherited from the shapefile feature layer, and we basically just implemented our normal overloads, one where we're taking a path of where the shapefile exists, and in that case we're just setting the default to administrative level so everybody sees it. But on our other overload here, the user can, or the developer can pass in their own security level if they only want certain people to see it that way. And then we've added a get and a set here to return for the property to return what the security level is. So it's as easy to that to inherit from shapefile feature layer and add on your own properties and methods and to do things custom for your application, which can be really helpful if we don't have the property that you want or you want to tack on other information to your layers. And this is just not all with shapefile feature layer. Pretty much all of our objects within Map Suite can be inherited from, and you can extend them for your own custom needs. But going back to the application here, let's see what happens when the user actually changes the drop-down box here. So to do that, let's take a look at where that drop-down box is defined here. And on the change event, we're calling change security level, which is going to call this JavaScript routine here. And we're actually just going to take the value that the user selected from the drop-down box and then do an AJAX call action to do an AJAX call back to the server, and we're going to call the set security level method within that, passing in the security level. And then once we're done, we're just going to do a call back to this routine, which is going to redraw that overlay accordingly. So let's go to the server side, and here on the controller source, you can see we've got our set security level method. The first thing we're doing in here is getting a reference to our overlay that's on the map. We're getting the value out of the arguments passed into this so we know what the user selected from the drop-down box. And then we're going to loop through each of the layers, and if it's not the World Map Kit layer, it's one that we care about in this case. It's one of our administrative shapefile feature layers. And by default we'll go ahead and turn it on by true, but then we'll actually check the security level property off of this shapefile feature layer, our custom one, and based upon whether it's level 1 or level 2, we'll set the visibility to false. So as you can see, adding on your own custom properties and methods to our objects is pretty straightforward through inheritance. I hope this sample app walkthrough has been helpful. If you have any questions, please feel free to post them on our discussion forums at thinkgeo.com/forums. Thank you for watching.